Good evening and welcome to Spanish Fork High School, where tonight the Lady Dons are at home for senior night, taking on the Springville Red Devils here on Spanish Fork 17. Thanks for tuning in right now as we get set and ready to go. These two teams, the end of their season, trying to increase and move up that RPI spot before they get ready to go into the end of their season. Springville currently in the top 10. Spanish Fork right now trying to move up as much as you can. You want to, as the season goes on, you want to be as close to the top of the RPI as possible. Springville will get ready to serve first right here for the Red Devils as senior Caroline Simpson will be back to serve. Springville wearing blue, and Spanish Fork in kind of the red and black, as we'll see the Dons. There's Ava Nakai, and that one's in. And the Lady Dons are on the board right there with Ava Nakai on the kill. And it's 1-0 Spanish Fork here in the opening set. Kennedy Christensen, number 18, back to serve right here at the service line. Springville coming back the other way. There's a near block, but a nice recovery by Spanish Fork. Outside to Nakai again, and she's 2 for 2. And it is 2-0 Spanish Fork as the junior outside hitter and middle hitter doing her job so far tonight. 2 for 2, and Kennedy Christensen will retain the serve here for Spanish Fork. On the set, the outside, that's Galbraith there, gets that one over. Nakai now just has to get it over for Spanish Fork. Back the other way, there's a block on the inside by Worthen. And Spanish Fork, Aaliyah Worthen right there, number 8 on the block, and it's a 3-0 lead for Spanish Fork, and Kennedy Christensen back to serve. The first match between these two teams earlier this year went to 5 sets, with Springville coming out on top 3-2. Near block right there, ball played right over the net, and Ava Nakai with the kill, and an early 4-0 lead for the Lady Dons right here. Ava Nakai, 3 kills here in the early going. And that could be the challenging part there on the near block, is the ball just getting over the net as a service error will come for Spanish Fork. Is sometimes the ball just hangs up there just enough where those front row players on the other side is able to have a clean attack right there, and that's exactly what we saw. 4-1 lead, Red Devils with the serve, and they're going to try to let that one go, but it's going to stay in for the service ace right there for Springville, as Brooke Bergeson there, the sophomore, with the service ace, and she'll serve here. A 4-2 lead for Spanish Fork. And that one again close to being a second service ace. The Lady Dons there, Bradford gets it over, and it goes down for a point. A 5-2 lead for Spanish Fork. Lydia Bradford, I think, really just trying to get it over on the third hit, but there she's able to find the back row and gets it down for a point. And the serve there going long from Ava Nakai. And so the Red Devils will get it back to 5-3 here in the opening set. Back to serve for Springville will be Julia Oberg. And that will be a service error. Point goes to Spanish Fork. And a 6-3 lead for the Lady Dons here in the opening set, as Worthen will go back to serve for Spanish Fork. Jump serve is over right there. Here comes Springville, and there just some miscommunication at the net as to who was going to go up for that. And I think the expectation there was Jocelyn Hunt, but instead no one's able to get it over, and it's a point for the Lady Dons. Worthen back to serve, and there's a service error there from Aaliyah Worthen, and that will be a point for Springville. So the Red Devils will have the serve here with the senior Maddie Galbraith, number 2, back ready to serve. Spanish Fork, that one played over. Nice recovery quickly. Galbraith comes sliding in. She's down on the opposite side of the court. Spanish Fork recovers. Bradford with the set. Outside for Addison Beck. And that one is going to get out of play. Point goes to the Red Devils. right there. So Springville scrambling to try to get there, somehow was able to come up with it, including with Galbraith, who was down, as she'll come on the jump serve there, and that's a service ace off of Bryn Anderson, and a point there for Springville, and it's a 7-6 lead for Spanish Fork here in the opening set. This is in the starting lineup for Springville. It is a very senior heavy group, as Galbraith on the serve there. Anderson sets, here's Christensen with the set for Anderson, and Anderson able to end the quick run there on the kill after the touch there by the Red Devils. And a point going here for Spanish Fork, 8-6 Lady Dons here in the first. Addison Beck to serve here, and she's gonna come away with a service ace right there. Avery Oman went to receive the serve and was not able to get the pass off, and so it's gonna be a service ace as Beck will go back to serve once again. Beck again going to that same back corner for Oman. Back the other way there. Nice try. Ava Nakai trying to be able to get the pass off to her teammate there, but not able to get a clean pass, and that will be a point coming for Springville, and the Red Devils back to serve. Senior Brooklyn Riggs, number 8, will be back to serve. That one just getting over the net. A pretty clean serve. Lady Dons get it over. Bryn Anderson on the third hit right there. And Springville plays it over. Here's Kennedy Christensen with the set in the middle. And there on the kill for Spanish Fork, number 16, Ava Pryor, able just to get a soft touch on that one over the net. And a 10-7 lead right here for Spanish Fork. Bryn Anderson on the serve. Galbraith with the set and getting that one over and down for a Springville point. Number 7, Jane Allen, the junior. And the libero back to serve right here, Ellie Esplin, the senior. There's Nakai there on the pass, trying to get it over there, and a miscommunication to couple of her teammates. That's a Springville point, and it's a 10-9 score here in the opening set. Springville a chance to tie with a point here. Here's Christensen outside to Nakai down the line. That's good for a point, and it's an 11-9 lead right there. 11-9 lead for Spanish Fork as Nakai goes right down the line. He's able to keep that one in play. Lydia Bradford back to serve. That one's going to be played right over. Here's Christensen on the set in the middle. I believe that was Worthen. They get it over. Galbraith with the set outside. Nice job by Spanish Fork. Here's Christensen again. Nakai to try this one. And there's going to be, I believe, a net violation right there coming against. Either that or going to be a double hit, but I believe it was going to be a net violation. Morgan Galbraith going to be in the net right there. Point for Spanish Fork. 12-9 lead, Lady Dons opening set here at Spanish Fork. Bradford back to serve, and that one will be long. You could just kind of tell that one just kind of sailed there on Bradford for the service error, and Springville will have the serve. They'll make a substitution. Caroline Simpson will come back in, and she will head to the service line here for Springville. Spanish Fork has held control here of the lead for the most part of the first set as Anderson goes long to the back corner right there, and that will be a point for Springville. So every time the Red Devils, though, have gotten to a point where they could tie, all of a sudden Spanish Fork would come back with, a couple of points to extend their lead. Here's Bradford, set by Anderson. Nakai hits it over. Sets it outside. Right there, nice job quickly there by Spanish Fork to recover. And the Dons are going to come away with a point right there as that one goes down the line and just mishandled by Springville. 13-11 lead right here for the Red Devils. For the Lady Dons over the Red Devils as Kennedy Christensen will go back to the service line here for Spanish Fork. Christensen gets this one over. Here's Galbraith. They set it up, and now Springville just plays it over there on that third hit. Christensen setting in the middle, outside right there, and Beck gets the kill. And like I said, we've seen this a couple of times early on, and Springville wants to take time to talk. Every time, though, that Springville has gotten back within a point, maybe two, Spanish Fork has found a way to come back and then rattle off the next couple of points to increase their lead. And right now, that's been the biggest thing that's really been putting Spanish Fork in a good position here so far in this opening set right now at 14-11. We talked about earlier, we mentioned the RPI and just how big that is this time of year because of the fact that the playoffs are so close right now for both of these teams. They're really wanting to make sure they can find a way to get good positioning for the upcoming state playoffs right there. So Spanish Fork here so far looking good right here. Kennedy Christensen will go back to the service line here for Spanish Fork. She's wearing number 18. And she'll serve there. That one goes long and out. And that will be a point coming up here for Springville. 14-12 here in the opening set. As back to serve for the Red Devils, number 16, Bergeson. She serves well to that back corner. Spanish Fork scrambling, ball going the wrong way. Nakai, a valiant attempt there, but she's not able to get it over the net there for the point, for a Springville point to make it 14-13. That's the thing that sometimes with that reception off the serve, the better the reception, the more likely you see that ball coming back over. You see a great job there by Spanish Fork. Here, that's right at the net, but hitting that one right into the net for Springville, Avery Oman. And one thing the Lady Dons have done a nice job of is they have really found a way to put their setters in good positions. Kennedy Christensen's had a couple of them that have just been put in really nice spots for her to set up those outside hitters. That one's hit to the far back corner and a kill. Julia Oberg right there for the Red Devils and makes it 15-14 in favor of the Lady Dons here in the first set. We're playing to 25. Oberg back to serve. Here's Christensen on the set. Beck goes that far corner. Nice job by the Red Devils, though. They're able to get it right back over. Bryn Anderson with the tap, gets it over the net. Back the other way, though. Here comes Springville. That one's going to fall, and it's going to be the third hit. And Beck tried her very best there from right under the net. A tough angle nonetheless, and the Red Devils have it tied up at 15 here in the first set. This has been, I think, the first tie since we were probably at 0-0. Oberg with the service error there. That one's not going to roll over the top of the net there for Springville. Spanish Fork retaking a 16-15 lead here as Worthen will go back to the service line here for Spanish Fork. A block right at the net, right there for Spanish Fork. Ava Pryor and Beck right there at the net for the block assist, and a 17-15 lead now for the Lady Dons. Alea Worthen back to serve. That one goes deep to the back of the court right there. An attempted block of the net, but it will go out of bounds. Last touch there by Spanish Fork, so it will be a Springville point. And Galbraith, number 2, will go back. Maddie Galbraith, the senior, will go back to serve right here. 17-16 first set. And Galbraith there with a service error puts Spanish Fork up 18-16. And that's been one of the biggest challenges for Springville here early on, has been the service errors have really come back to cost them a couple of times right here. Addison Beck set to serve. Beck goes into the back, Beck serves in the back row, and it will be a service ace for the freshman Addison Beck. So Beck back to have the serve right here, 19-16. And Beck plays that one short, just trying to drop it over the net there, but doesn't get it over the net for a service error. It's 19-17. Springville back to serve, and they will bring in Brooklyn Riggs with the substitution right there. Riggs will go to the service line. 19-17 opening set, and that's a service error for Springville. And it will push the Spanish Fork Lady Dons lead to 20-17 here in the opening set. And Springville is going to take time. I think we're going to talk about it here. 20-17 in the opening set here from Spanish Fork High School, and the Lady Dons here on senior night so far settling in well here in this first set, doing the things they need to do to be able to put themselves in a good spot to try to come out here with this win here tonight. For Spanish Fork, they came in into tonight 11-13, 3-5 in Region 9. That puts them fourth right there. The Dons coming off of, the Lady Dons coming off of a loss, they played Layton on Saturday, lost to Morgan, and also Green Canyon. That was in a tournament over this past, the last weekend right there. They played 5 matches, Layton Christian, Preston, Idaho, Green Canyon, Morgan, and Layton. Some of those scores have not been reported as far as I can tell. But we're back to action right here. Springville trying to get a nice job there by Christensen. But Springville is going to find a way to come away with the point. A nice job there on the attack from Bergeson. That one's going to fall to make it 20-18. Back to serve here for Springville, Ellie Esplin. Esplin serves this one over. Here's Bradford Christensen with the set, and Ava Nakai with the kill right there. So that's seems to be the smoothest form of offense for Spanish Fork, has been getting it set up well for Kennedy Christensen and going outside to Ava Nakai. Here's Lydia Bradford. This one comes over, Galbraith with the set, and the kill is down for, I believe that is Julia Oberg on the kill, and we're back within 2 at 21-19. Springville substitution, Caroline Simpson returns, and she'll head here with the serve for Springville. Christensen with the set, as Worthing just able to get that one over the net for a point, and a 3-point lead for Spanish Fork, 22-19 right there. Sometimes you don't have to hit the volleyball super hard. You just have to be able to place it in the right spot. Christensen with the serve here for Spanish Fork. And coming back the other way, they're going to say out of bounds right there. In fact, we're going to have a net violation right there in the net. So that will be point Spanish Fork. The Lady Dons are 2 points away from taking this first set. Currently 23-19. Kennedy Christensen back at the service line. Sets to the outside right there. Bergeson got it over. Here's Nakai for Spanish Fork, and she drops it just in front of the diving libero for Springville. It is set point here for Spanish Fork. Christensen back to serve, the junior setter. He gets it over. Here's Springville. Trying to go to that outside. Nice job right there, Christensen. Some nice defense there, gets it back over. Spanish Fork with the set. There's Beck, and again, Springville, right spot, right time. There, the block at the net, but that's gonna go down before it comes up over. Last touch by Spanish Fork. Point goes there to Springville, and the Red Devils here will go back to serve with Bergeson. 24-20 here in the first set. Bergeson serves deep to the back line, and that's going to be out of play and that will end the first set. The Lady Dons take the first set, 25-20. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have set number 2 for you here on Spanish Fork 17. Start of the second set right here, as it is a lead right here for Spanish Fork. They take the opening set of the match right now as we get ready to start set number 2 here. Spanish Fork and Springville here on, almost at opening night, here on senior night at Spanish Fork right here. Spanish Fork in the black and red, Springville in the blue and red as we get ready to start set number 2. Spanish Fork really able to control that first set by making sure, really, they just did a nice job. They ran their offense. They did a nice job being able to kind of keep, they passed well. They did a lot of good things in that first set that would go well for them to try to come up with a win tonight. For Springville, it was tough trying to keep the serve. A lot of service errors aiding those, a couple of those Spanish Fork, not really long runs, but short runs of 3 or 4 points, as Kennedy Christensen is going to start set number 2 with an ace. A nice job there for Christensen. It's 1-0 Spanish Fork. Kennedy Christensen will serve here, time number 2. Back the other way, here comes Springville. They'll get it over on that third hit. Setting it up for Christensen outside. That one goes long, but good for Addison Beck, and it's a 2-0 lead here for Spanish Fork. So again, we saw the Lady Dons in that first set be very fluid and just be able to do a nice job of making sure they made all the right passes and all the right times. And so far, it's been working well here for the Lady Dons. Christensen with the service right into the net. Service air Spanish Fork, point Springville, and the Red Devils will have their first serve here of the second set. Caroline Simpson, the senior, will come in to serve right here for Springville. Outside, Ava Nakai, she goes right down the line. That one's good. Point for Spanish Fork as Nakai goes to that far back corner right there and just finds a way to keep that one in play, as Ava Nakai will get ready to serve here for Spanish Fork. And that's going to be an ace for Ava Nakai. So an ace there for Nakai, a 4-1 lead for Spanish Fork. Nakai back to serve again. And that one's service there again. That one's going to be close to getting up. Nice block right at the net between Worthen and Beck. And that was going to be point Spanish Fork, a 5-1 early lead here in set number 2. And Ava Nakai seems to be very much in control at that service line right now for Spanish Fork. That one goes long and just out of play right there for the service error. The point goes to Springville. Red Devils, Brooke Bergeson will be back ready to serve. 5-2 lead here in the opening set, in the second set. Spanish Fork's gonna have to hurry. Bradford gets it over. Springville coming back the other way. They go to the far back corner, and Bradford made a valiant effort to try to see what she could do on the pass there. Unfortunately, just kind of high and a tough play there for Bradford. And Springville inching closer back here in the second set. 5-3 lead here. Bergeson serves this one. This one goes long, just right over the net. A heads-up play from Julia Oberg, the senior middle hitter. She's able to get up and just be in the right spot at the right time. 5-4 lead coming up here for Spanish Fork. And that one's going to go long and just out of play. Point goes to Spanish Fork. So, like I talked earlier in the first set about it, Springville getting back within about 1, maybe 2, and then some errors kind of hurting them as Worthen serves, and that one is going to go long. Service error, point goes to Springville. Red Devils will be back to serve. Julia Oberg, we saw her have the kill a couple of rallies ago. There she has the serve. That one's just going to be knocked over. Here's Christensen, plays that one up. Beck with the try. Nice job there by Springville. Bradford will hit it over on number 3. Caroline Simpson having a nice second set right there. She'll try to go to that far back corner, but Spanish Fork recovers. Dons and the Red Devils, and Spanish Fork stays with it and comes away with the point right there. One of those great effort plays on both sides, but unfortunately both teams can't get the point. Addison Beck back to serve for Spanish Fork, and that will be a service ace there for Beck. Springville, I don't know if they're trying to recover late and trying to see where the serve is going. They just have seemed to be late a couple of times in getting that on the reception, and that's cost them quite a few points here off the serve. The outside, Nakai, that one blocked. Hits right off the top of the net. Almost takes a good Spanish Fork bounce. Springville able to stick with it. Right in front, Bryn Anderson with the left hand, can't get it to go. There's a block at the net again by Spanish Fork. They've done a nice job. Springville will hit that one right into the net. Ferguson did what she could, but hit it right into the net. Point Spanish Fork, and Springville wants time. 9-5 lead here in set number 2. Spanish Fork starting to pull away here in the second set. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors here on Spanish Fork 17 for making this broadcast possible tonight. We got Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 2 Jacks Pizza, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law, and Clegg Auto. We thank them for them helping make broadcasts here of high school sports possible on Spanish Fork 17. 9-5 lead here in set number 2 for Spanish Fork. Lady Dons taking the first set. I believe it was 25-20 in that first set right there. But Spanish Fork has been playing very good fundamental volleyball here tonight, and that's been a big help to them as Lady Dons trying to move up that RPI to get in a good spot for the playoffs right here. Springville already in the top 10, sitting in a good position. Of course, majority of the state tournament and state playoffs will be held up at the UCCU Center up on the campus of Utah Valley University. Addison Beck back to serve here for Spanish Fork. Beck gets that one over. Here's Simpson with the set, and that one's going to be a kill for Springville. That is Avery Oman right there. Nice job. That's one of probably the most solid offensive possessions we've seen from Springville all night right there, as the Red Devils will make a substitution. Going back to the service line will be Maddie Galbraith, the senior setter with the serve, and she's going to come up with an ace right there. Ava Nakai trying to get that one set up well for her teammate there. Unfortunately, I think there's a miscommunication. Nonetheless, for Springville, it's a Springville point, and the Red Devils will serve with Galbraith. Here's Christensen. Outside, Bryn Anderson. She tries to go to that far corner, but just goes long. And it's a 9-8 lead right now for the Red Devils. Galbraith again back to serve. Every time that Springville's kind of started to get some momentum here this evening, Spanish Fork has found a way to take it right back, and that's going to be a service error for Springville. Point goes to Spanish Fork, and that's just another example of Springville tonight. Some of those service errors have been costly here in the first about not even set and a half. Bryn Anderson on the serve. Springville gets it over. Christensen with the set in the middle. And there's going to be a net violation there, I believe, against Springville, as Ava Pryor tried to just get that one over. And that will go long for the service error. Point goes to Spanish Fork. 11-9 Lady Dons here in the second set. Lydia Bradford, number 3, back to serve. So Bradford ready to go right here on the serve. Back the other way, outside. Springville trying to go long. Bryn Anderson right there, nice job. Here's Ava Nakai. She winds up and gets the kill. Boy, Nakai just very fundamental right there on the attack, and gets gets Spanish Fork back up 12-9. Service error coming right here from Bradford. Point goes to Springville, 12-10. Here's Spanish Fork in the second set. Back to serve is Ellie Esplin, the libero for the Red Devils. One will be played in the middle. Here's Christensen outside for Nakai. And Springville this time right there to block it right at the net. It'll be a point Red Devils as Springville able to just they were able to block that one, and when it lands right right on the court in play, and textbook block there from Springville. Nakai tries to go far corner, but the Red Devils recover. In the middle, there's Worthen. She gets the kill. Big time kill right there from Worthen to make it 13-11. And now Kennedy Christensen will be back to serve. Plays it into the middle. Nice block by Spanish Fork right at the net as Worthen tries, but Springville, that ball was kept alive. Trying to go outside with the kill right there. The sophomore Bergeson keeps that one right down the line to the far back corner. And it's a 13-12 lead right here for Spanish Fork. Springville, another opportunity to bring this back to a tie. Caroline Simpson back to serve. Setting this one up outside on the block there, but that's going to be a kill for Beck. Springville looked like they were going to have a play on that, and they did. Unfortunately, with the block, if it lands out of bounds, it's a point for the hitting team. Ava Nakai back to serve. And Nakai, close. Esplin able to play it back in. Springville gets it over. Here's Christensen in the middle. Beck able to drop that one over the net. Simpson on the set. Bergeson gets it over. There's Bradford setting up Beck. She goes far corner, diving. Springville gets it right back over. Beck with the set. Bryn Anderson, she'll try it. She gets it over. Springville's there. However, they run into the net. That will be a net violation. Point goes to Spanish Fork. So back and forth they win. Both teams again coming up with a big, a couple of big saves, I guess you would call them. And nonetheless, right there, though, Spanish Fork able to outlast Springville. And back to serve Ava Nakai. Nakai gets this one over, sets it back up in the middle. Nice block right there. And Beck tries to get that one over, but wasn't able to get it up and over the net. Point goes to Springville. Red Devils back to serve. Here is Bergeson, ready to serve. 15-13 Lady Dons. Bradford to Nakai. Here's Bryn Anderson. Sets this one up and over, blocked right at the net. It's going to hit the antenna. That's out of play, and it will be a point here for Spanish Fork. And the Lady Dons lead 16-13. Substitution for the Lady Dons as Brooklyn Red, number 9, will come in. She'll get ready to serve here for Spanish Fork. And Springville, Galbraith there, able to get the kill. And a point for the Red Devils, back to 16-14. Substitution for Springville. Coming up, Jocelyn Hunt will check in as Julia Oberg will come back to serve. And Oberg serves that one long, point Spanish Fork. I think the largest lead here this evening may have been 5. That may have been the largest lead at 25-20. I remember it's been a pretty back and forth match right here. Simpson with the set. Outside, there's a kill for number 20, Jocelyn Hunt. The senior gets the kill. We're back to a 17-15. Couple of substitutions coming both ways. Springville, though, will retain the serve as they're going to sub in Lillian Miller, number 22, and she'll head right to the service line here. 17-15. Miller serving. And that one just, I think that one was about to go long. Played by Ava Nakai. Will be a service ace for Miller and the Red Devils. Now Springville, another opportunity to bring this second set back to a tie. 17-16. Miller with the serve, gets it over. Here's a set outside. Anderson sets this one into the net. They do a nice job, though, coming back the other way. Springville goes to the back corner. Diving is Nakai, but she's not able to get there. And we're tied up at 17-17. And Springville, an opportunity to take their first lead of the evening right here with junior Lillian Miller back to serve. Miller serves it right into the net. Spanish Fork up 1 here late in the second set, 18-17. Bryn Anderson, number 4, back to serve. Anderson goes to that kind of that far corner. Springville ready for it this time. They'll play it back. Here's Christensen setting it up outside. Nakai just gets up and just kind of just taps it right over the net. Big point right there for Ava Nakai, and Spanish Fork back up 19-17. Brenda Anderson, number 4, ready to serve right here. Setting it up in the middle, Miller. And that one's gonna go long for Springville. I don't have a 12 on my roster for Springville, so my apologies there as that one goes out of bounds and out of play. A 20-17 lead for the Lady Dons. We'll have a Red Devils timeout right here as Spanish Fork looking to be right now 5 points away from taking set number 2 and having a chance to play set number 3 and a potential to get a sweep here, which in the RPI, they don't really necessarily put a result necessarily. It doesn't really increase your move up or down or vice versa, but confidence-wise, always nice to get a sweep, especially of a rival, but you always want to win on senior night right here. So Bryn Anderson will get ready to serve here once we get back to play. Anderson is one of those seniors, a 5'8" outside hitter. 20-17 lead here for the Lady Dons on top of the Springville Red Devils. They're just tuning in. Spanish Fork in the black and red, Springville in the blue and red. And there the Dons get a block. Ava Pryor, number 16, on the solo block right at the top of the net. And a big point for Spanish Fork right there, as Springville had looked like they had everything lined up fundamentally, but Pryor, a nice job there at the front of the net. Bryn Anderson serves this one over, and now Springville there just hits it over on that third try. That one's up. Here's Nakai. She goes long, and just a little bit out of play right there for Ava Nakai. She tries to get it to that far back corner, and the challenge is when you're going to hit into that far corner is you're having to worry about the back line and the sideline right there, and that one just going long right there. Here's not Ava Nakai, that's the wrong color of red, or color combination on the uniform. Avery Oman will serve here for Springville. 21-18 lead, and Oman drops that one in perfectly into that back corner. We just talked about how hard it is to do that, much less it can be hard to do that on the serve. And right there, Oman able to drop it in right there in that far back corner. Oman serves again. Here's Nakai to Christensen, back to Ava Nakai. That one down the line, point is good. As Springville, I think, wanting to see if that one was out of bounds. or hit the antenna right there, but they're going to say point goes to Spanish Fork. Lydia Bradford will go back to serve, and Spanish Fork an opportunity 3 points away from going up 2-0. Bradford getting ready, serves this one. And now Esplin just hits it over for Springville. Here's Christensen with the set. Nakai goes to that far corner, kind of on the short side there, and she's able to get it down for a point. A nice job there from Ava Nakai. Another tough spot on the court to go, and she just drops it in there perfectly. 23-19. Bradford back to serve for Spanish Fork. Lady Dons leading by 4. Plays that one over. Here's Christensen on the set. In the middle, Worden goes far back corner. That one's down. And good for a point. 24-19. Set point for the Lady Dons right here. Bradford back to serve. 24-19, second set. And Bradford gets this one over. Here's Galbraith with the set. Spanish Fork there to recover. And that one's gonna be blocked. Nice job there. Right at the net, a little battle going on. Esplin gets this one back. Bergeson. Here's Bradford. Christensen looking for Nakai. She hits it over. It's touched right at the net by Springville. Almost took a bad bounce. Red Devils there, and we're gonna have, looks like a net violation against Spanish Fork. That will be a point for the Red Devils. 24-20. And Ellie Esplin, the 5'7" senior, back to serve. Esplin gets it over. Here's Christensen with the set. She'll just attack. Galbraith, Esplin, first Springville, and Bergeson, number 16, gets the kill right there. The sophomore able to, on the attack there, just had a ricochet right off the attempted block. Esplin back to serve, and this one close to going long. Bradford hits it. Now Spanish Fork has to recover, and they won't get it over. And it just looked kind of like from the trajectory of that serve that it was going to go out, or at least would have had a very close play there on the back line. And timeout, Lady Dons. They want to talk about it, and that can be the tough part sometimes. It's playing that serve and knowing kind of where the end line is, and knowing where you have to be very careful there, because you don't want that just to fall in play for a service ace. But they did a nice job there, trying everything they could. Nonetheless, Lady Dons still lead 24-22 here in set number 2. Springville will have the serve right here coming up here out of the timeout. Red Devils will look to see if they can come back. Spanish Forks had a very consistent lead here all evening, but even in this second set, I think we've only been tied once, and Springville has not held a lead here yet. Esplin, the senior, back to serve. And this one will come. Here's Christensen on the set. Ava Nakai trying to win the set there for Spanish Fork. Springville recovers. Here's Bradford. And it will just be played over by the Lady Dons. Galbraith sets it up in the middle. There's a block by Worthen. Springville somehow recovers and gets it over. Christensen on the set. They'll try it again for Nakai, and this time it goes for a point, and the set to the Lady Dons, 25-22. They'll go for the sweep here of Springville after the break. You're watching high school volleyball on Spanish Fork 17. Start of set number 3 here on Spanish Fork 17. The Lady Dons holding a 2-0 lead right now, and they are 25 points away right now from a sweep of Springville. And always whenever you're in a rivalry match, it's always fun to beat your rival, much less when you have a chance to sweep them. That gets a little more exciting right here, especially on senior night here for the Lady Dons. The last time they'll play a home game here, at least in the regular season, as we'll get ready to go here for set number 3. Starters being checked by our referee number 2 down here at the bottom. Our if you're wondering at home, referee, the number 1, is up top in the ladder, I guess. I don't know what the official term is for it, but Springville set to serve as Simpson puts this one in play here. Outside, Ava Nakai, she goes that far corner and it's out. Point goes to Springville. This may be the first lead that Springville's had here tonight as they lead here 1-0 in set number 3. Caroline Simpson, the senior, back to serve. Springville in the red and blue, Spanish Fork in the kind of the black and red right here. That one's going to be played right at the net, but they're going to have a net violation. Point going to Springville. So the Red Devils off to a quick start here, 2-0. Trying to see who the net violation was on. Might have been on Worthen. 2-0 lead here. Quickly getting over. Christensen tried the attack right there. Springville was ready for it there. A nice diving attempt. Brent Anderson keeps it in play. Red Devils come back. Spanish Fork recovers. Simpson with the set, going outside now, tries to get it back over. I think Simpson was trying to drop it over to that far back, or to that front left side of your court, kind of by the official. I think he just kind of hit it right there. 2-1 lead. Christensen ready to serve. They do a nice job setting it over. Galbraith goes long. Here's Christensen on the set. Ava Nakai down the line and down for a point. We're tied at 2 here in set number 3. And Kennedy Christensen will be back to serve. The junior setter serves this one, and that should be a service ace. It takes a bad bounce right there, and it will be a service ace for Spanish Fork. And that's sometimes, you know, a bad reception or a reception error can really hurt being able to try to have any kind of offensive attack. Christensen ready to serve here. 3-2 lead for the Lady Dons. And that one's going to be a kill for Springville, as that will now send, I believe that's going to send Bergeson to the service line. I almost said free throw line. And, you know, the lines are, you know, the free throw line is in play in volleyball as Bergeson serves this one. Here's Ava Nakai down the line there. Esplin kept it in play. Now Springville just play it over. Here's Christensen on the set, going outside. Right there, a good block as Beck tried on the kill. Right there, Beck able to hit it over, keeps it in play. Here comes Springville, and that's going to be deflected and down for a point for the Red Devils as Julia Oberg able to get the kill, and Springville holds on to a 4-3 lead. Bergeson on the serve there. That one almost going out of play. Nakai able to keep it alive. Hits it over. Simpson with the set in the middle. Oberg with the kill again. Back-to-back kills for Oberg. And Springville has their largest lead of the evening at 5-3. Bergeson back to serve again. That one's going to go long and out of play. And that will be a point for Spanish Fork, and Ava Nakai back to serve. Lady Dons a chance to tie this one up here at 5, and there's a service error from Ava Nakai, and Springville goes up 6-4. Sometimes it can be the hardest set to get is the one when you get up 2-0. It can be hard to get that third and final set. And there's a service error from Springville, as I believe that was Oberg on the serve. And it will remain a 6-5 game here in set number 3. As Spanish Fork will bring in Brooklyn Red, a junior outside hitter, to serve. Wearing number 9. Red puts this one in play. This one's going to be played over on that third hit. Here's Christensen in the middle. That one's almost down. Is it down? Nope, it's going to stay up. But the Red Devils aren't able to get it over on that third hit. right there. We're tied back up at 6. It looked like it was going to be a kill a lot earlier. Springville doing everything they could to try to be able to keep the ball in play. As Red will get ready to serve. And that one I thought it was going to be an ace, but Esplin able to run it down. In the middle, Christensen with the set, going outside. Bryn Anderson back the other way, blocked right at the net, right there, as it is Beck teaming up with Pryor on the block assist, and a 7-6 lead coming up right here for Spanish Fork. Red back to serve. Both Pryor and Beck are freshmen. Right over the net, and Pryor Johnson's able to get the kill right there. That's going to be a tough combination in a couple of years when Beck and Pryor have a chance to continue to work together and play together right there. 8-6 lead. Red ready to serve. Really just kind of changed the momentum of this match. Esplin plays it over. Christensen sets at the net, and Pryor right there for the kill. Spanish Fork has set up the outside hitters so much here in the early going that's now going into the middle. Springville does not look prepared. They'll take a timeout with a 9-6 lead here in set number 3. Let's go ahead and take a moment. Let's thank our sponsors for making this broadcast tonight possible. We got the Clegg Auto Group, McKell Thompson and Hunter, attorneys at law, 2 Jack's Pizza, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, and Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance. We thank them for help making all our high school sports broadcasts possible here on Spanish Fork 17 right here. So Spanish Fork has made the adjustments they've needed to so far here. Springville struggling, it seems like, to make that adjustment now to kind of to attacking the middle. And right now, a big difference right here. We'll see what Springville has coming out of this timeout, as I would imagine that was one of the things they discussed, was how to defend that middle a little bit better, as Brooklyn Red will be back to serve. 9-6 lead right here for Spanish Fork. Lady Dons ready with the serve here with Red. Simpson with the set, and Springville gets the point coming out of timeout right there. A heads-up play and attack there from Jocelyn Hunt as she drops it just in play, and it's a 9-7 lead. Springville will have the serve as they will bring back junior Lillian Miller. Miller, number 22, will go back to the service line here. She had a pretty good run late in that second set from the service line, and we'll see what she does right here. Christensen on the set, trying to get it outside. Beck gets it over. Played right at the net. Anderson tried, but Spanish Fork able to get it over. Here right in the middle again, a block from Anderson, and Pryor again. This one going outside, but there's going to be a point coming in, a double touch right there. Coming there from Springville. Point goes to Spanish Fork. Lady Dons up 10-7 here in the third set. They lead 2-0 as Beck will go back to serve. Addison Beck puts this one in play. It's played over by Christensen. Here's Bradford, plays it up. Beck gets it over right here. Springville coming back the other way. Here's Christensen with the set. Going outside for Anderson. Diving play made there by Springville. It was a great play made by the Red Devils as Avery Ullman went diving for the ball. She got contact, but unfortunately just kind of played it the wrong way, and it went out of bounds before Springville could get there. Beck ready to serve again. 11-7 Lady Dons. Going outside, nice job there as Avery Ullman goes to the far outside corner and is able to get that one to go for a point. And it's an 11-8 lead right here for Spanish Fork. Springville with the serve right here. In fact, Avery Ullman back to serve here for the Red Devils. He's had an active third set there. That one just long, out of play, a service error. And Spanish Fork will get ready to go once again with the serve. Bryn Anderson, number 4, the senior, back of the service line. Anderson plays this one over. In the middle, nice job right there for Springville in the middle. Jocelyn Hunt again, and from kind of the middle hitter position, able to get it to go. She'll come out of the game now for Springville. She'll sub out. Ellie Esplin back to serve. Esplin gets it over. Christensen on the set. Nakai taps the ball over. Here's Esplin. Now they just have to play it over, but it goes right into the net as they try to play it over, and it'll be a point Spanish Fork. Lydia Bradford, number 3, back to serve. 13-9 Lady Dons here in the third set. Back to serve, Bradford. There's the set in the middle. Nice job right here. Now here's Nakai down the line, but Springville able to get there. Esplin outside. Bergeson gets it over. Outside again, setting up Nakai, blocked at the net. They blow the whistle, and I think they're gonna say net violation here again against Springville. And I believe it was number 9 this time, Julia Oberg, who was in the net. Point goes to Spanish Fork. 14-9 Spanish Fork right now. Bradford back to serve. Bergeson. And that one's not gonna have the distance to get over the net right there. Point goes to Spanish Fork. Timeout Springville. 15-9. That's Springville's second and final timeout here of the third set. And Spanish Fork looking to maybe put this one more on cruise control here and finish off the sweep here in set number 3. 15-9 lead here for the Lady Dons. They've done a nice job tonight of really just playing fundamental volleyball here, and they've done a nice job. Springville really hasn't been able to get them out of system too much, and they've been able to find ways here to come up with the points when they've needed them. And that's really been what has kind of swung this contest in a lot of ways, is anytime Springville, they've held the one lead here, and that was in the third set, and it was only by a point or 2, and then Spanish Fork came storming back right here. So coming out of the timeout, Lady Dons will have the serve with Lydia Bradford, number 3, who will get ready to serve. Springville breaks their huddle on the sideline. Bradford ready to go. 15-9 Lady Dons, set number 3. And Bradford serves this one over. Galbraith plays it, and here comes Christensen with the set in the middle. Worthen gets it over, but once again Springville there to recover. That one goes over the net. A nice job there. Omen able to not get it on their first attempt, but got it on her second attempt for a point. And a 15-10 lead. Springville will serve. Going back to serve for the Red Devils, senior Caroline Simpson, number 14. 15-10 lead here for Springville. Simpson. Here's Anderson. Ava Nakai hits that one right into the net. Point goes to Springville. The Red Devils here starting to get a little bit of momentum here. 2 straight points. But Caroline Simpson back to go to the service line. Gets that one over. Here's Christensen looking for Nakai on the outside. And a nice job by Esplin. She's able to keep it in play, but it goes over towards the first row of the bleachers and out of play. 16-11 lead right here for Spanish Fork. Back to serve is Kennedy Christensen. In the middle right here, ball's played over. Here's a set outside. That one's gonna be blocked. Addison Beck on the attempt. Nice block there by Springville. The Red Devils cut the lead down to 4. 16-12 here in set number 3. Back to serve is Bergeson. And Bergeson comes up with the service ace right here for the Red Devils. 16-13 lead right here as Bergeson does a nice job there, and she'll serve again. And Bergeson back-to-back service aces for Springville, and it's 16-14 lead here for Spanish Fork. Bergeson back to serve once again, wearing number 16. Can she make it 3 for 3? The Lady Dons do not want that. Bergeson, here's Christensen outside. The line for Beck is good, and it went to that far back corner again. 17-14 lead, and Ava Nakai will go back to serve. Nakai wearing number 6. Serves this one right into the net for a service error, and a point goes to Springville. 17-15, set 3. Julia Oberg back to serve, middle hitter on this team. She gets it over, here's Bryn Anderson. Nakai from the back row, and that one is out, and it will be a point for Springville, back within 1, 17-16, Oberg back to serve again. The Red Devils have to win this set to send this one to a 4th. Here's Christensen outside looking for Anderson. She plays it over. Back outside Springville, and that is number 6. That is Avery Oman able to get that one to drop for a kill, and we're tied back up 17-17 with Oberg back to serve again. And Oberg with the service error into the net, and that's really been what's hurt Springville tonight. Every time they've gotten it close on the comeback trail, it's been a service error or a couple of errors that has swung the momentum back to Spanish Fork, as Red will come, or Brooklyn Red, the junior, will come back in to serve for the Lady Dons. 18-17, Red puts it in play on the serve. Oman plays it over. Here's Red, and now Bryn Anderson just has to get it over on the 3rd hit. In the middle, Spanish Fork tried to block it, but it's gonna go down for a kill right there. A nice attempt from both Beck and Pryor, but weren't able to get it, weren't able to get the block. And we're tied back up at 18. Serve going to Springville, and it's going to be Maddie Galbraith, the senior setter, back at the service line. Here's Nakai. Sets this one up, down Beck. Can't get it to go. Springville gets it over on that very last 3rd hit. Bradford setting up Beck on the outside. She gets it to drop. On the kill right there. She could go long or she could go short. Beck chose to go short, and that time it worked for a point for Spanish Fork. 19-18, Addison Beck, the freshman, to serve. And a service error right into the net. We're tied back up at 19. Back and forth we go, as we'll see here, Springville is going to send Avery Oman, number 6, back to serve. Red Devils looking to take the lead, and there's a service error from Springville. Point goes back to Spanish Fork. I think that's 3 service errors in a row going back and forth right here. Bryn Anderson, number 4, will serve. 20-19 lead as Anderson plays this one over. Here's Esplin, Galbraith, and there's a block at the net. Pryor comes up with the block, and it's a 21-19 lead here in set number 3. Spanish Fork, this is kind of when they've gotten that momentum back. They've kind of started to pull away. Bryn Anderson back to serve again. Here's Galbraith. Blocked again at the net. They'll get it over, and we're gonna have in the net, we're gonna have a net violation right there on number, I believe that was on 16, Burgesson. Point goes to the Lady Dons, 22-19 here in set number 3. And Anderson serves it into the net for the service error. And the serve will go back to Springville. It will be number 1, Ellie Esplin, back to serve. Esplin. Here's Anderson. Christensen with the set. That one down the line, but they're going to say out of bounds. Point goes to Springville. 22-21, Ellie Esplin back at the service line. The senior gets it over. Here's Nakai, back to Christensen, trying to set up Ava Nakai, and it goes over, back the other way. Here comes Springville. That one may have been touched at the net. Right here, they're gonna say no. Point goes to Spanish Fork. So Lady Dons 23, Red Devils 21 here in set number 3. On the serve, Bradford, she was able to get it over. Back the other way. Here's Nakai, she gets it down. It will be set and match point coming up right here for Spanish Fork. The Dons 1 point away from a 3-set sweep over Springville. La Hacienda gets loud here. Bradford set to serve, and that will be a service error. Point goes to Springville. 24-22. Red Devils will make a sub as Caroline Simpson, number 14, will come back in. Simpson on the serve, gets it over. Here's Christensen on the set. They'll get it over on that third hit. Simpson attacks. It stayed up, and it's going to go down for a kill for Simpson. She used the left hand and really just kind of quickly hit it over. And nonetheless, right there, 24-23. Simpson back to serve for Springville. Christensen, and Christensen steps over the net, or over the line. We're tied at 24 right here, 24-24. And I believe at the high school level, you still have to win by 2. Spanish Fork wants to take a timeout. The first time tonight, Springville has been able to kind of get over that hump of they've gotten close, they've gotten to 1, they've gotten to 2, but now they've been able to find a way here in the final few minutes to get it back to 24-24 right now. Spanish Fork trying everything they can. They have played fundamental volleyball all night tonight, and they've played well. Looking to try to see if they can come away with those last 2 points that they need. It will be Red Devil serve right here after the timeout. Both teams did not take the full allotted time right here. They're ready to go. The senior, Caroline Simpson, will serve. She'll get ready to put it in play right here. Simpson gets it over. Here's Christensen looking for Nakai. They go back to their bread and butter offense. Esplin plays it up. Springville plays it, and did it get in? It did. Point Red Devils, 25-24. Set point Springville. Red Devils get this last point. We go to a 4th set. Simpson ready to serve. She gets it over, it's in, it's an ace. And we go to set number 4. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have set number 4 for you here on Spanish Fork 17. Set number 4 here on Spanish Fork 17. Springville comes from behind in set number 3. And we'll go here to set number 4 between Springville and Spanish Fork right here. Great to be with everybody here on a Tuesday night for some high school volleyball on Spanish Fork 17 as we'll get set and ready to go. Should be, I believe, Lady Dawn's serve to start set number 4. They'll play again to 25 right here. So we'll see what's coming right here as they just are finalizing all the substitutions, but starters, making sure everybody is in the game that is supposed to be in the game. And we'll get going here. Springville in the blue and red, Spanish Fork in the red and black right here. Kennedy Christensen will drop back to serve here for Spanish Fork, and we'll get set number 4 here underway here in a matter of seconds. As Christensen puts it in play, we're underway here in set number 4. Here's Esplin. Burgesson gets it over. That one is down. Here is Nakai on the outside. Put it right up towards the net. Springville just has to get it over, and they do. But played it right back over is Bryn Anderson and Spanish Fork. Christensen with the set. Outside for Beck. Esplin with a nice stop right there. Here's Christensen in the middle. And that one's dropped over by Worthen for the kill, and it's a 1-0 lead here for Spanish Fork. A nice little back and forth rally right there as Christensen will get ready to serve again, and she serves that one into the top of the net. Service error, point goes to the Red Devils. We mentioned the first time these two teams played, it went to 5 sets. Springville came out on top 3-2. Simpson back to serve for Springville. Bradford, here's Christensen. Beck on the outside, in player out, it is out. Point goes to Springville. The Red Devils seem to have a little more fluid offense than they had, say, in set number 1 and 2. Here's Christensen, here's Ava Nakai. She drops it in on the back just before the back line there. We're tied back up at 2. Nice job from Ava Nakai. And now, Ava Nakai back to serve. Sets this one up on the outside. Galbraith gets that one to go. And Springville takes a 3-2 lead. It was a good set there. Galbraith in the right spot, able to hammer it home. And it's a 3-2 lead right here. Back to serve. Brooke Bergeson for Springville. Here's Bradford. Christensen on the outside. Anderson able to get it over. Simpson sets it up in the middle. Oberg plays it over. Here's Ava Nakai on the attack right there. Simpson plays it up, and Oman plays it over. Christensen in front of the net, plays it up. Anderson, that one's blocked at the net, but it goes straight down. Galbraith did a nice job. It was a great attempt there from Galbraith. Unfortunately, the ball did not bounce her way. It goes for a Spanish Fork point, and now Brooklyn Red, number 9, will come back to serve here for the Lady Dons. Red plays this one over. Esplin. Simpson on the set. That one's over, but played right in front of the net. Nice job right there by Ava Pryor. She's able to get it back and hits it right into the middle. Pryor with the kill. And a 4-3 lead for Spanish Fork. Red will get ready to serve right here. Wearing number 9, the junior outside hitter. Gets that one over. Simpson on the set. Oberg plays it over. Here's Christensen in the middle. Outside, they're gonna call a point. They're gonna call it, looks like a double touch there against Spanish Fork. Point goes to Springville. We're tied up at 4. Worthen will check back in here for Spanish Fork as Oberg gets the service ace right there. Bradford unable to make the clean reception there. And it's a point for Springville. Red Devils will serve right here with Brooklyn Red. Red wearing number 9, set to serve. This one gets over played right over Simpson on the set. Now they'll just play it over, but a nice block by Pryor at the front of the net. Springville now has to scramble. They're able to get it over. Here's Christensen. Now Bradford just plays it over. In the middle, Simpson on the set. And that one, again, was played over, I believe, by Springville. And then Nakai hits it into the net right there. Number 20 for Springville. She was the one. Jocelyn Hunt has had some nice kills. And right now kind of in that middle hitter position or middle blocker as the service there goes long for a service error. We're tied back up at 6. Addison Beck will go back to serve here for Spanish Fork. Tied at, I guess it's 6-5. I thought it was 6-6, but I think it must only be 6-5. Okay. Beck on the serve right there. Lady Dons looking to tie. Right there, that one's played long. They're gonna call it in. It's a down for a Red Devils point, and it's a 7-5 lead right here for Springville. Galbraith back to the service line for Springville. And Galbraith gets this one over. Here is Christensen in the middle. That one blocked right there at the net. Anderson plays it over. I think she might have played it long. Springville, though, with the touch, kept it alive. Here's the set from Esplin, and this one just played over. Christensen outside looking for Anderson. She hits it just on the out, just past the outline there on the out of bounds. Point goes to Springville, and I think the Red Devils have their largest lead of the night at 3. 8-5 here in set number 4. Spanish Fork has to get that one over, and it does. Just skips right off the net. Played back over for Bergeson. Here is Christensen trying to set up Anderson. She knocks it over the net. As Springville scrambling, and that one just doesn't go over the top of the net for Springville. It just hit off the white of the top of the net and straight down. Point goes to the Spanish Fork. Back to serve, number 4, Bryn Anderson. 8-6 lead here for Springville. After the serve, the Red Devils hit it over the net. Here's Christensen on the set. In the middle, straight down on the kill as Pryor. And it's an 8-7 lead for Springville. Lady Dons sticking around here. Ready to go right here. That one will go long for Esplin. And that one there's a kill in the middle for Springville. That is Hunt. And it will be a 9-7 lead right here as Brooklyn Riggs will come in and be ready to serve. Riggs gets this one in. There's Anderson. They play it over. Galbraith in the middle. That one's going to be blocked. A nice job right there. Esplin's going to play it up. And that one off the top of the net. And it goes straight down for Bergeson. And Springville holding a comfortable 10-7 lead here in set number 4. Riggs back to serve here for Springville. And that one will go out of play, service error, and it will be a point for Spanish Fork. Lydia Bradford, the senior libero, to serve. Esplin, they're trying to set it up right there. A nice block, and now coming back the other way. That one hit right into the net. Point goes to Spanish Fork, and it's a 10-9 lead right here for Springville. The Lady Dons chipping their way back. Lydia Bradford, the senior libero, back to serve. And there's a service ace for Bradford, and we're tied up at 10. It looked like some miscommunication there from that back row there for Springville as to who was going to try to get there. And Bradford now a chance to serve to give Spanish Fork the lead here in set number 4. Sets it in the middle. Galbraith, that one's blocked right in the net by Worthen. Right there, a solo block for Worthen, and an 11-10 lead for Spanish Fork. Bradford back ready to serve right here. Bradford with the serve. There's the set, and that one is over and down. That will be good there for a Springville point. Jane Allen, number 7, able just to drop it in the right spot at the right time. 11-11 tie here in set number 4. Esplin serves it over. Here's Christensen on the set. Nakai gets it over. Springville was there. Esplin on the outside there, gets it here, back the other way. Here's Nakai, she blocked right at the net. Springville's done a nice job of playing better defense at the net here in sets 3 and 4. That one's long and out of play for Bryn Anderson. And it's a 12-11 lead for Springville. Ellie Esplin will come back to serve right now. Esplin, here's Christensen in the middle, and Worthen with the kill. We're tied back up at 12. This one could be going back and forth. It could come down to the final couple of serves. Kennedy Christensen, number 18, back to serve for Spanish Fork. That one's over. Galbraith plays this one over. Christensen on the set, gets it outside. Ava Nakai on the block, and that's going to be down for a point. Nice job there. Shouldn't say on the block for Ava Nakai, but it was a kill. Springville tried to block it, but it went straight down to the court. And 13-12 lead for Spanish Fork. Christensen back to serve. Galbraith sets this one up. It goes over. Springville has to recover. Galbraith will set it over again this time, right to Beck. She tries with the swing and just hit it right to the top of the net. Tied back up here at 13. Springville, Caroline Simpson back to serve. And Simpson with the serve. Here's Bradford on the set. Get it outside, Ava Nakai plays that one long, points Springville. 14-13 Red Devils. Simpson back to the service line. And that one played over by Spanish Fork on the overpass. There, it just goes right over the net, and a kill for Springville. Red Devils go up 15-13 here in set number 4. Springville inching closer and closer to sending this one to a 5th set. One's played over, blocked right at the net from Beck. Nakai, back line, it's down, point Spanish Fork. Very close there for Ava Nakai, but she gets it to go. And the Lady Dons back within 1 at 15-14. Ava Nakai back to serve. And that one out of play. Service error, Spanish Fork. And a Springville point, and the Red Devils lead 16-14. Back to serve is Ferguson, number 16. Sets this one up outside Beck. Gets that one to go down. Or gets that one over, but it's held up by Springville, and eventually it will go for a Spanish Fork point. 16-15 here in the 4th set. Red will check back in for Spanish Fork when we'll head back to the service line. Red, the junior, with the serve. And that is going to be a service ace for Red, and we're tied back up at 16. A nice job right there from Red. That was just a tough reception to handle. Ellie Esplin did her best, but wasn't able to get it to go down. 16-16 right here. Red with the serve. Here's the set in the middle. That one blocked right at the net, and it goes down for a point. Pryor on the block, and Spanish Fork, or sorry, that went down. It looks like they called that a Springville point. 17-16 right there. Serve comes over here from Springville. Outside, Bryn Anderson goes long, and that one out of play. Springville takes an 18-16 lead here in the fourth set. Now, the roles were reversed in set number 3. Spanish Fork held a 2 to 3 point lead late in the set, and Springville came from behind to win that set. Here's Beck, and she's gonna get the kill right there. Nice job from Beck, as that one just bounced, and just unfortunately for Springville, bounced the wrong way. 18-17, Addison Beck to serve. And that one out of bounds. Service error, point goes to Springville. 19-17, Red Devils will make a substitution. They're just waiting. Jane Allen will come back in as Maddie Galbraith, the senior, will go back to the service line. In the middle, and a kill is down for Pryor as she goes to the one spot on the court where there were no Red Devils. They're waiting. 19-18. Bryn Anderson will go back to serve. Galbraith on the set. Going to the outside there. Springville, Avery Oman able to get the kill. They've done a nice job of being able to go to that far outside corner. And right there, it's a 20-18 lead for the Red Devils. Springville 5 points away from sending us to a to a fifth set. Over right in front of the net. In fact, it bounces, stays on the Spanish Fork side. Lady Dons get it over on the third hit. Galbraith sets up in the middle. Nice block and a point for Spanish Fork. Nakai and Pryor right there on the block. And it's a 20-19 lead. Spanish Fork with the serve and a chance to tie this one at 20 here. Lydia Bradford will go back to serve. Bradford gets the serve over. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Point Spanish Fork. And it was pretty clear from where we're at here that that one was out. The two officials looked at each other and then they said, yep, that was out. 20-20 tie, Bradford to serve. Galbraith gets it back. They're gonna say out of play. Nope, they're gonna say it looks like a double touch. Point goes to Spanish Fork. Timeout, Red Devils, 21-20 here in set number 4. Back and forth we go right here. Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible here on Spanish Fork 17. We got Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Two Jacks Pizza, McKell Thompson, Hunter Attorneys at Law, and the Clegg Auto Group. We thank them for helping make each and every high school sports broadcast possible here on Spanish Fork 17. It's a 21-20 game, or set, I should say, here in set number 4. Both teams ready to go. Spanish Fork with the serve. Dons win the set, they win the match. Springville wins the set, we play set 5. Lydia Bradford, number 3, ready to serve. And Bradford gets the serve away. Spanish Fork on the block right at the net on the attempted attack again down the line. It's going to be point Springville right there. A heads-up play from Bergeson goes right down the line to get that, to get it to go. 21-21 tied once again. It will be Ellie Esplin, number 1, back to serve. Ellie Esplin gets it over. Back on the outside, Nakai with the block, with the attack, with Springville with the block. But it's gonna be point going there to Spanish Fork. Kennedy Christensen back to serve. 22-21 here in the 4th set. Christensen with the serve. Galbraith with the set. They get it over. Christensen quick there on the dig. Here's Nakai. Gets it over. Esplin with the set. On the outside for Ferguson. That one's blocked and straight down on Addison Beck. And it will be a point Red Devils. Tied back up 22-22. We're going to have a substitution as Springville will bring back Caroline Simpson, their senior. This has seemed to be the server that Springville's gone to whenever they've needed a couple of good serves. Simpson ready, plays this one over. Here's Nakai. Simpson with the set, back the other way, and it's a kill right there for Oberg. Timeout Spanish Fork, as it's a 23-22 game here in set number 4. So we'll see right here what both teams draw, or what they draw up coming out of the timeout. Spanish Fork within 20 seconds has already broken the huddle. Springville's not going to be much far behind them. In fact, there's still 30 seconds on this timeout on the clock, but both teams are back on the court ready to go. Springville will have the serve with Simpson, who will go back right here. Each team with one timeout left. The senior Caroline Simpson to serve. 23-22, Springville leading Spanish Fork. There's the set, looking Worthen, and that looked like it was touched, but they're gonna say it was not touched. A hit out of play. Set point for Springville, 24-22. Caroline Simpson to serve. Christensen on the set, here's Nakai. Hits it over and almost got it to go. Springville, though, responds and gets it back over. Christensen on the set, going outside, Beck with the kill. A big kill from Addison Beck as a 24-23. Timeout Red Devils. Boy, that's one you can hear all over Spanish Fork tonight. Beck with the big kill right there. And it's a 24-23 lead for Springville here at the timeout right here. Very close. Spanish Fork will have the serve, looking for a chance to tie. Now remember, if Spanish Fork gets it back to 24-24, you have to win by 2. It will be Ava Nakai to serve for Spanish Fork. These two teams played a 5-set match in their meeting earlier this season at Springville. Ready to go right here. They'll end the clock. Ava Nakai to serve. Nakai. Here's Esplin. Sets it to Simpson. And that is a kill for Springville. We're tied at 25, and we're going to a 5th set. We'll take a short break here on Spanish Fork 17. Back with set 5 after the break. You're watching high school volleyball here on Spanish Fork 17. Set number 5 here from Spanish Fork. Each team has taken 2. Spanish Fork took the first 2, and then Springville has responded by taking the next 2 sets, and now we'll see here with this 5th and final set, Springville winning the first matchup 3 sets to 2. I believe it's going to be Red Devils serve to start the 5th set. They have Caroline Simpson back towards the service line, and she will be the one that will serve. Set number 5 goes to 15. And Springville ready to serve right here. Bradford. Spanish Fork has to get it over now, and they do. Nice job by Worthen. And that one's going to be a kill for Springville on the outside. It will be 1-0 Red Devils. Simpson back to serve. This is where in the 5th set you really want to get the momentum early. It's easier to play from, essentially play from ahead than it is to play from behind. Simpson serves it over. Bradford in the middle. Worthen does a nice job here, and there is going to be a kill there for Springville, and the Red Devils take a 2-0 lead here early in the 5th set. Caroline Simpson, the senior, ready to serve. And that one, Nakai got a good hit on. Springville, though, playing great defense. Here's Worthen, she gets it over, but Springville responds once again. Outside, looking for Nakai. The Red Devils have just been in really good positioning here in these later sets. Here's Beck, she tries. Esplin, Burgesson gets it over, and it's gonna be a kill for Burgesson. Usually the longer the rally tonight, the more likely it's gone to Spanish Fork, but Springville has caught a couple of the breaks here late. 3-0 lead for the Red Devils. Simpson back to serve. And now there's a kill coming for Worthen right there. The first point here of set number 5 for Spanish Fork, and it's a 3-1 lead right here for Springville. Kennedy Christensen serving. There's a block at the net, but it's going to go down for a kill for Springville, and the Red Devils have jumped out to a 4-1 lead. I think that was Julia Oberg, the middle hitter there that was on the attack. And the officials not play here. There's 3 people standing on the floor. They're saying you have to get back off the court of play. That one will be set by Christensen. Here's Nakai. That one's down for a kill. A big-time kill there for Ava Nakai. And it's a 4-2 lead here. Springville clinging to that lead right now. Ava Nakai back to serve. And that one's right into the net. A service error for Nakai. A 5-2 lead for Springville. Julia Oberg, number 9, the middle hitter, back to serve for Springville. Here's Christensen with the set, looking for Brent Anderson, blocked right at the net. Now Bradford just has to hit it over, and she does. Galbraith on the attack there, gets it over. Back outside, here's Nakai right down the middle. But again, Springville able to keep it from touching the ground. That one's blocked, played over. Worthen quickly with the attack over the net, and a point right there. A big-time play by Worthen. It's a 5-3 lead, and a substitution coming from Spanish Fork as they will get in Brooklyn Red, and she will immediately head to the service line. 5-3 lead for the Red Devils. Red ready to serve right here. They'll play it outside. That one down the line, and a kill right there for Springville. That's Avery Oman, and it's a 6-3 lead right here. Now we'll see here substitutions coming in. 6-3 lead for Springville here in the 5th set. Back to serve will be Galbraith for Springville. Student section for Spanish Fork has gotten louder as the match has gone on. Brent Anderson swings, and a kill for Brent Anderson. 6-4 here in the 5th set. Addison Beck will drop back to serve. Beck takes a couple dribbles and serves, and she's got a service ace. A service ace for Addison Beck, a 6-5 lead for Springville. A moment ago, it was a 3-point lead for the Red Devils. Now that lead has dwindled to 1. Beck a chance to serve to tie the match and to tie the set. Outside, there's a block, but it's gonna be a kill instead for Omen right there on the outside, and it's a 7-5 lead right here. Substitution for Springville. Brooklyn Riggs enters and heads right to serve for the Red Devils. That one played over by Anderson. And that one mishandled by Riggs, and it's a kill for Spanish Fork, 7-6 lead. Spanish Fork will send back Bryn Anderson, number 4, to serve. One of the seniors honored before the match tonight. There's a set from Galbraith. That one blocked right at the net, and it's gonna be a kill. Springville stayed with it, and they're able to get the kill at the last minute. Jane Allen, number 7, and it's an 8-6 lead for the Red Devils. Ellie Esplin back to serve. In the middle, set, and there's gonna be a point for Springville. They're gonna call it double hit against Spanish Fork. 9-6 lead for the Red Devils. Esplin back to serve. And Esplin gets this one over. Here's Christensen. Nakai with the kill. That one was set up perfectly for Ava Nakai. Killed to the back of the court. And now a 9-7 lead here for Springville. Spanish Fork with the serve. Looking to try to see if they can get back into this one here. Lydia Bradford with the serve. Galbraith with the set. That one's gonna be misplayed and mishandled by Bryn Anderson. Point back to Springville, 10-7 lead for the Red Devils. And now they will bring back in Caroline Simpson, the senior. And we're gonna have a timeout called, I believe, by Spanish Fork. 10-7 lead right now for Springville. Playing to 15 right here as they are looking to try to see if they can find a way to come up here and really almost in a sense kind of steal this one, because due to the fact that it was Spanish Fork that had a 2-0 lead, and Springville looking like they're trying to storm back and take a 3-2 win in 5 sets. That would be the second time this season Springville's beaten Spanish Fork in 5 sets. Ellie Esplin will be back, I believe. No, sorry, it won't be Esplin. She served last time. It will be Caroline Simpson, number 14. She just entered the game before the timeout. She will serve here for Springville. 10-7 the score here in the 5th set. Christensen on the set, and the kill for Worthen is good. A nice job there from Worthen. She's had a good match in that middle blocker. Sorry, she's been playing more kind of in the middle, listed as an outside hitter on the roster. Kennedy Christensen back to serve. Here's Simpson with the set. Down the middle, and that is a kill for number 9, Julia Oberg. And it's 11-8 lead for Springville. Back to serve, number 16, Brooke Burgess for the Red Devils. Sets this one up, and Ava Nakai almost got the kill. Springville able to recover. This one played outside. Beck gets it over. Here we're gonna have a double hit. Point goes to Spanish Fork. 11-9 here in set 5. Ava Nakai back to serve. Esplin, Simpson, and that one goes to the back corner for a kill, I believe, for Oberg, number 9, and now Oberg will go back to serve. 12-9 lead for Springville. And now Julia Oberg, the 6'1" senior middle blocker, will serve. Bradford, that one knocked over by Kennedy. And now Springville quickly able to find a way to get it over. Anderson on the kill, a big kill from Bryn Anderson. And a 12-10 lead right now for Springville. Red will check back in for Spanish Fork. Brooklyn Red, and she goes right back to the service line right here for Spanish Fork. Red ready to serve. And this one hit over. There's the set outside. Omen gets that one to go. A kill for Omen. And it is 13-10 in favor of Springville. The Red Devils will make a substitution. Jane Allen back in. Galbraith going to the service line. 13-10 here in the 5th set. Galbraith gets it over. Here's Christensen. Outside to Anderson. She tries to drop it in, but Springville able to get there. That one blocked at the net. Pryor and Nakai team up on the block. And it's a 13-11 score. Spanish Fork, the Lady Dons, hanging around here in set number 5. Back to serve, Addison Beck. And sorry, they changed the call, it looks like. I didn't see what they had changed, but it's a Springville point. And now it's match point for the Red Devils. Galbraith is serving. Christensen up, and that one almost to the ground there for a kill. Back the other way, Omen plays it right over into the net right there. And Springville is gonna take a 15-10 win and come from behind and win the match. 3-2 right here. An exciting one here, a 5-set match that went in favor of Springville. The Red Devils come from behind. Spanish Fork had a 2-0 lead, or a 2-0 lead early on in the match, but a heads-up job by Springville of being able to rally. Red Devils get the best of the Dons. You've been watching high school volleyball here on Spanish Fork 17.